Good morning, students. Today we are discussing the advantages of corporate governance. What are the benefits of corporate governance? Firstly, compliance with laws. Corporate governance in place, compliance with various laws is taken care of easily, as corporate governance includes the rules, regulations, and policies that enables a business to stay compliant throughout and function without any hassle or legal inconveniences whatsoever. It helps the corporates or organizations to work smoothly in accordance with the law and order without any complaints, without any um, complications from the part of the law or from the part of the government. That is to go in accordance with the law. That is one of the basic advantage or benefit of corporate governance. And second benefit is lesser fines and penalties. Since the legal compliance aspects is taken care of credit to the corporate governance practices, companies are able to save a fortune on unnecessary fines and compliances and possibly redirect those funds towards business objectives to achieve greater heights. Due to a good practice of corporate governance, there is a lesser chance or no chance for fines and penalties. So, by avoiding such unnecessary fines, it is possible to redirect or to utilize these funds towards the business objectives, that is in business. This is the second benefit of corporate governance. And the next is better management. Since there is a structure in place with regard to how the entity operates, its day-to-day functioning, managing the activities and achieving targets becomes a whole lot easier. The work atmosphere also takes care of itself under good principles of corporate governance, fostering teamwork, unity, efficiency, and a drive for success. The attainment of the managerial functions will become more easier by applying the corporate governance principles. That is, there will be a smooth atmosphere within the organization, which will facilitate a better management. And next is reputation and relationships. That is, corporate governance helps to improve companies' reputation. And the companies with good corporate governance are able to attract investors and external financiers with relative ease, going by their sterling reputation and brand image. One of the pillars of corporate governance is transparency, which is the practice of sharing key internal information with the stakeholders. This improves the relationship of the entity with its stakeholders and sows the seeds of trust between the company and society at large. That is, though the corporate governance policies are transparent, more stakeholders will be willing to work with the organization. That is, the practice of sharing internal information with the key stakeholders is known as transparency, which allows people to feel more confident and understand that organization have little or nothing to hide. That is transparency. And the next advantage is lesser conflicts and frauds. The rules instilled in the workplace encourage the employees to be morally conscious in every situation that they encounter, thus eliminating the possibility of fraud and conflict between employees. So, corporate governance assists the organizations or the management or the entity to avoid conflicts and frauds in between the employees. That is, the employees will be morally conscious while there is corporate practice of corporate governance within the organization. So, from the practice of corporate governance, there are several advantages which are listed below, such as safeguards the money of investors, ensures success of the corporate, easy availability of funds, enhances sustainability, minimize waste, risk, corruption, and mismanagement, builds good corporate citizenship and global attraction. Then, how can the corporate governance safeguards the money of investors? Many investors all over the world have lost money in primary as well as secondary market due to inadequate financial and non-financial disclosures by firms. Good corporate governance ensures transparency and adequate disclosures which are necessary to make an informed decision by the investors and safeguard their money from unscrupulous promoters. So, corporate governance help in safeguarding the money of investors, and it ensures success of the corporate. A corporation consists of various stakeholders such as employees, investors, customers, vendors, government, and society at a large. For the growth and success of a corporate, it is important that interests of various stakeholders do not come in conflict. That is, good corporate governance practices and transparency ensure openness, integrity, and accountability. In such situations, decisions are taken to ensure a fair deal to all stakeholders and thus the success of the organization. And next, easy availability of funds. How can we collect easily the funds from the outsiders? That is, strong corporate governance maintains investors' confidence, as we already mentioned, and as a result of which company can raise capital efficiently and effectively. Good corporate governance controls insider trading, handling of investor grievances efficiently, disclosure of interest by management in financial and non-financial deals, and similar practices. Such practices enhance the credibility of the organization and help to gain as well as maintain the confidence of domestic and foreign investors and financial institutions who are ready to provide long-term funds at a reasonable cost. And the practice of good corporate governance also ensures or enhances sustainability. Good corporate governance enhances sustainability of the organization. How it is possible? Such organizations are able to quickly identify and resolve any issues and can reduce the likelihood of costly corporate crises and scandals. Of course, new issues may arise which an organization is unable to anticipate, but a good corporate system can manage such eventualities very easily. And in order to safeguard its reputation and image, corporate governance work out in a better manner. And so the organization or it helps the organization to enhance sustainability. And next advantage is minimize waste, risk, corruption, and mismanagement. That is, companies committed to implementing and maintaining good corporate practices will likely find that certain risks are significantly reduced. Strong governance practices will certainly increase levels of transparency, trust, and integrity, all of which will create an environment conducive to reducing risk, opportunities for corruption, and any source of mismanagement. And next is, it builds good corporate citizenship. Corporate governance it aims at enhancing welfare of all stakeholders and creating sustainable value for them, and also maintaining a balance between economic and social benefit. And the adoption of a good corporate governance converts any organization from a mere corporate to a good corporate citizen. So, the transformation of a corporate into a corporate citizen is possible through corporate governance. Next is global attraction. In this era, in this period of globalization, in which trade barriers have been gradually removed and capital flows are crossing beyond country borders, good corporate governance is an important consideration for foreign institutional investors and also for those who bring in foreign direct investment (FDI). These inflows are very important for economic growth of any country. So, these are the benefits or advantages of corporate governance.